Hey guys, what's up? It's Mark here in the lab. So today I just want to kind of go over a few energy drills I've been taught from my Sifus, and I'm going to just kind of share on how I try to piece them together so that each one doesn't become stagnant and we're just stuck on one. I always like to try to keep my energy drills in such a way that it's a little bit live. So I'll do one and try to flow into the next one. This way it gives a little bit more real-time response, real-time pressure controlled, but it's unpredictable, it keeps you humble, and it's actually fun. It doesn't stay stagnant. So I'm going to show you how I mix some of the Chi Sau with some inside-out, outside leverage drill, along with a little bit of Hubud. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hey, what's up? Mark here. I got my friend Dave here. He's going to be helping me out today. So we're going to go over a few different energy drills that I really like and that I've been shown. And then I'm going to kind of, at the end of the video, we're going to kind of see how we're going to freelance with them and just kind of play and just have fun with it. So the first one I want to show is the outside-inside energy drill. So basically he's going to have his one hand up, and I'm either going to push from the outside or from the inside. So what we want to try to do is we want to think about not fighting the energy. We're just going to kind of go with the energy and try to get our hit and control and trap right away. So he's going to set up, he's just going to have his lead hand up. So all I'm going to do to start with is I'm just going to slightly push this way or slightly push this way. Usually what we try to do is we try to build this up so the person's blindfolded. You want to get it to the point where these are like our feelers, and you want to train this these train attributes so that when you do get into confrontation, distance gets closed and somebody does grab, we no longer need to think about it. Usually when we're on the outside range, we use our eyesight to kind of see, because we have time to respond and get our interception. Once the range gets closed, we no longer have that. We now used to use our sensitivity training, because these are going to be faster responses in this range. So he's going to set up, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start by pushing to the outside, and he's going to feed on right away and get a shot. You notice how he comes in with the wedge right away. This is what gravy would be if this is the eye shot. This is what we're looking to achieve. However, it's more of just a wedge and a breakaway. So in order for me to control this, he needs to take the line right away. By him taking the line right away, he reestablishes his control. This can become the half beat, and then he can finish up with the pakta or a lapsa or whatever it is that you want to implement and input to that. But basically the idea is once that pushes away, he wants to get that in right away. Now, the other energy is if I go from the inside. So he has his hand up, and I push from the inside. He wants to marry that, go with the energy, and come back with that hit right away. Now, here's the important detail about this. If he pushes on the inside, even if this is a grab and he's strong, because of the body mechanic, if he holds on tight and I turn, as I turn my wrist, he's strong, strong, strong. He starts to lose strength. I now have leverage. And what happens is, no matter how hard he squeezes here, this is the weak point of the chain. So even if he's strong here, he's strong, 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 he starts to now lose leverage, and this is a quick pop-up. However, the reason why we trap is because we know we're going to get that, but once we get this loose, I still want to have a monitoring system here. Have this in place and have that control and hit. Later on, we'll get into that secondary hand blocking, and we'll deal with that energy. That's the next one. All right, so now we're gonna look at having that secondary response. So as I push here now, I can go on the outside. He can push and go for his pakta. If I go ton, if I give him a ton, he's just gonna go ahead and punch with the other hand because there's nothing there. If there's no obstruction, you're just looking to get the hit. If he does lapsa guak choi, and I put my bong sao up, now he's gonna respond a different way, because basically what I'm doing is I'm putting another barrier up. If he does lapsa guak choi again, and I put this hand up, he's now gonna go into his lapsa and hit, okay? If I go on the inside, and he comes and I put on the outside, he's gonna puck onto the inside line. If I go inside, and then I push outside this way again, he's gonna come right back in there. So what it comes down to is the fundamental movement is whether I go this way or this way, there's an automatic response you want to build. And when the secondary or primary hand gets involved, it's the same idea. Because if I go here on the inside, if I'm on the inside energy, I haven't crossed the line yet, but if I do cross, he's just gonna respond to that first energy. And this is how we keep a commonality between all drills so that it doesn't become complex and it becomes easy for us to remember. All right, next energy drill. This was shown to me by my Sifu, Daramenko of Ottawa JKD. Okay, I believe Bruce Lee learned this from Mantis style of Kung Fu. Okay, so basically what this is again, these are energies you can work on having your partner blindfolded. All right, so there's partiality, fluidity, and emptiness, and you kind of learn that here. So here, I'm attached to him, he stays relaxed. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use like a jut, and I'm going to come for a chung choi. What he's going to do is he's going to use his frame and use a Chi Sau, okay? So every time I pull this and come, he's going to respond there. How does this translate in a fight? Well, it translates very well. Because if I go to punch, he does his Chi Sau, and then he can come down for a shot to the throat, grab post, elbow over the top, so on and so forth. But it's these attributes that we're learning that's going to help in this close range fighting. So again, he stands here, I pull, I shoot my chung choi, he does his Chi Sau. Same thing on this side. I can do both. Okay? Now, when somebody takes the hand away, it's emptiness. Okay? So what this means is, what this changes is we feel no obstruction. Our primary goal is always to hit. Okay? So when I do this and I let go, hit. Hit. Now what I teach my students is when I take both hands away, it's kind of silly to do this. So what I do is if he holds me, if he takes both hands away, what I do is I go in for like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's not a jowl because I'm going straight through, but I'm going straight and I'm looking to throw my thumbs into the eye and get this like clinch and come with the headbutt right away. This is what I teach my people. So when I come here and I pull, he's gonna reach and hit. So what we're doing is we're looking for the hit, but on the way, economy of motion, I just flare that out slightly so I can get that white, just to add that extra insult to injury. Okay? So one more time, I pull, good, 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 good. Yeah, see? That's the one we want to do. Ready? And good. And that's fun, and that's the whole point of this. What do we do naturally? What do we do naturally? That's what you got to bring it down to. JKD is you want to do what works for you. What is your honest reaction? Look to what your honest reaction is and educate yourself according to that. Because if it's something that you're going to do, then try to do that response, but just slightly tweak it so that you can educate it to do something a little bit more effective. But at the same time, don't always go totally opposite of what your body wants to do. A good martial artist, it should be instinctive and happen naturally. All right, so that's harmonious spring drill. All right, guys. So now from Chi Sau, what I like to do is, so in Chi Sau, we always looking to control the center line, creating that pressure, and using sensitivity. Okay. From here, he can try to punch my stomach, and I have to use my fu and make sure I'm strong there. If he tries to punch my face, I have my bong. But now we're gonna add that harmonious spring drill. So now if he does pull that jut when he's ready, I can now respond the same way. I check that in place. For those of you who do Chi Sau, you know it's on a single hand. We do this, he punches, and then reset. We're gonna add that in the Chi Sau. So not only do we have this response, but now I'm gonna do my Chi Sau, or my Chi Sau now, in the Chi Sau rather. So I go and hit, he goes to punch, and then we continue to roll. So we have this now. If I try to push this, he's gonna trap it right away and come with the hit. If I push this way, he's gonna come wedge underneath. And we're gonna start to put all these drills together. Another one I like to do, because I like thinking of them as on the line and off the line, is I'll come here and I'll use this wedge and I'll come up for a hubud. And we can start to play here for a little bit. So this is a little bit wider, and from here we can do many things. It ties up and we go back into Chi Sau. Okay? Another one we can do is we get into the Pak Sau parry punch cycle. And then roll back into Chi Sau. I can also go into my bong lop drill. Go back into Chi Sau. Break off hubud. And then I marry them together. So what we have now is now we're gonna just play, and at any point he can add it to me and I can add it to him. And it keeps us both humble, it works our reaction time and our reflexes. So now we're just gonna play for a bit. Go ahead. Good. So now we're having 3 or 4 different drills. You can do them on their own, but I find it's much more fun once you do each one, actually learn each one. It's fun to kind of go in between them so that it's not rehearsed, and you really can work on your response time, your reaction time, and learn to stay composed while doing it. Alright, I hope this helps. Hope these drills help. Any comments, please let us know what you think. And until the next time.